see that. Okay, so Frank, you were telling me about how this all works, this conceptual framework, because I admit I didn't do a great job of explaining it. So, I didn't do a great job of explaining it. So,
yeah, and really setting it up across the top, you've got the various phases, okay? And then each phase starts going wide and then narrow, okay? And then there's various tools that are identified that can be used in each of those phases. And then the output of each phase at the end of each phase is shown at the bottom.
So Frank, if I could say on that first side, right over here, just to make sure we get started. So what you're saying is you start here with nothing, right? So you're saying, well, what is the possibilities here? You gather this whole potential list of things to work on, and then you're saying use the analytical tools to winnow that down to just a few that you're kind of going to move forward with.
Yeah, you're gonna pick a problem out of, but you want to pick the right problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to look, like if you're going to Gemba, you typically see a lot of opportunities for improvement. And which one is going to give you the most, is the most important to solve. You can't solve everything.
Right.
And then the next phase is the causes, trying to identify the causes of that problem that you selected. So then you go wide again, because there's a lot of potential causes. You don't want to lose any potential causes in doing that. And you use a number of tools, 5 whys, cause and effect diagrams, things like that, to identify the potential problems. But then you have to collect data and do analyses, typically Pareto analysis, run charts, whatever makes sense for this situation, to identify. You may have ideally one root cause, but it could be a system of causes that's working in kind of a perfect storm situation. And you can use, but typically in lean, you're looking for, what is the data telling you that are the causes, and then you start the solution at that point, and you identify a wide number of solutions, lots of different potential, but you use criteria then to select which solution that you're going to then carry on in a PDCA sense for implementation.
Okay, all right. So what you're saying is that, obviously you can see elements of and PDCA all through here. So what you're saying is that you actually might PDCA, really you could do it at each one of these phases to move to the next phase, overall phase for the project. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, for instance, so we heard 13 things that they told us that might be the problem. So now we've got to figure out what it is. Okay. Now we got it down to 3. Now let's go after the root cause of those 3. And by the way, we didn't forget about the other 8.
No.
They're there for the next round when we go back through it all. Okay.
Yep. You got it.
Now, I see. Now, I did not tell anybody that.
Yeah.
So,
and that maybe that's, needs to be better explained in the notes. I don't know.
I think you just did. Thank you.
Okay.